Welcome back, everybody. Automotive Inc. here. Today we are going to test the battery on a 2007 Chevy Avalanche. So first things first, the battery was dead when I picked the truck up, and so we jump started it, got it home. By the next morning, dead. No issues charging it going down the road, so pretty sure it's not the alternator. But the truck did sit pretty much over the last 3 years, and the battery is about 4 years old. Now, as I've told you guys before, if one of these acid glass matte batteries or a standard battery gets below 50% and stays that while for a while, especially in the cold, more than likely it's going to kill the battery indefinitely. So before we get going, make sure you smash the subscribe button. We're gonna have a lot of great content on fixing and cleaning up this 2007 Chevy Avalanche, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about it. And if you guys own an Avalanche, my first gen was a 2002. I had a 2004, 2005, and now the 2007. So make sure you smash the subscribe button for me, thumbs up at the end of the video, and the notification bell so when I post new content. As you guys know, we do test reviews and everything on stuff, tools, tips, tricks, work, and I actually work on almost all the vehicles. So let's take a look here. So battery was dead this morning at 5, so I went ahead and put my Schumacher battery charger. That one can actually do a lot of different things. Came back, green light says go, fully charged. It was maintain mode. So I already ran the test once, but I will link a battery tester down there. Instead of having to run the auto parts store or just assuming your battery is bad, get one of these. This is cheap. This is good to use, especially if camper batteries or anything like that where you're not around all the time. This model's changed. I've had this forever. I mean, it was such a good little one that it's cheap. No batteries needed because it uses the draw off the battery. So get your positive, get your negative, and know what your cold cranking and amps are. On this one, it's 750. So again, we just pulled the battery tester off of this, and I'll have a separate video on how to actually change the battery itself, because as you can see, it's a tight little fit between all of our struts and everything like that. So we're going to go back here, and once you light this thing up, once you plug it in, it's going to come up with this menu here. So we're going to go battery test here. You can go in vehicle or out of vehicle. Of course, it's still in. This is just a regular battery. Now, it really doesn't make too much of a difference on the AGM or regular for the battery tester. It's going to give you very similar results. So this is just a regular battery. Cold cranking amps is how we want to do it. 750. It's going to run an analysis on here. And you can see it says replace battery. You can scroll to page 2. Stated charge is 9%. So literally just off the charger. It's at 0% on that. And if we go back up here, it's at 80%, 8.28 volts. Out of the 750 cold cranking amps, we have 80. Now this is an H6 battery, so group 48 is the battery for, I guess, standard or type American, but it's the same as an H6. So H6, those numbers with H's are typically used in Europe. So we're going to do a separate video on this because, like I said, this is going to have to come out for the core. And if you guys don't know what a core is, you're going to take your battery in and basically give it to them. Otherwise, they're going to charge you whatever fee that particular store has, whether it be, say, you know, a $15 or $20 or $40 fee. They do this on a lot of different parts because they're going to recycle this, properly dispose of it, but they're going to break it down and reuse some of the internals on a lot of these. So that's a good thing. And you don't have to go crazy on the battery. If you want to get an expensive Optimum one, you want to get a Walmart brand, it really doesn't matter. If you look at the tag, when I was truck driving over the road, I delivered a lot for Johnson Controls, and Johnson Controls makes batteries for just about everybody. They just changed the sticker. I've had good luck with the Walmart one, so I really don't care. But I will link one on Amazon too for this specific truck. Another thing you want to do before you take your core in is measure the current battery, because it doesn't mean that somebody put the proper battery back in there. And you want to make sure that the one you go get off the shelf is either equal to or less than what the current one is in there, especially if the one that currently is in there is tight. So at the end of the day, it's kind of a bummer to pick the bad boy up and need to change the battery, but that's standard stuff. Now in 07, they did give you an auxiliary battery tray. That battery tray is over there. This one was not equipped from the factory with dual batteries. So it is possible you can run extra battery cables over there and get an auxiliary battery. especially if you have any intent where you're going to be pulling a lot of draw on there. I've seen snow plows on these Avalanches. That wouldn't be my jam, but I have seen it, so keep that in mind. But that's how you're going to test just about any battery. So like I said, whether it's a lawn tractor battery or whatever, you just got to have the cold cranking amps, and this little tester will work. So it's a really, really great deal. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys stepping by. And again, subscribe, especially if you like older Chevy and GMC stuff, because a lot of the crossover on this Avalanche will work on your Tahoe, your Yukon, your Silverados and Sierras from that era, not just Avalanche. But appreciate you guys being here, and we're going to catch you on the next one.